All right, today we are talking about a couple of knives here that are really similar in materials. I mean, they're the exact same materials, but different knives. So we're going to compare them just for the fun of it, just because they're made of the same materials, both made in America, both awesome fixed blade knives. So, well, let's hold them up here for you. Right here, we got the Colonial Knives CE 400 knife. This is the Emerson Knives Government Mule. Let's just take a look at the sheaths first, because I know you all like seeing the sheaths before the knives. Just kidding. I know you hate it, but the sheath is on the outside. We work ourselves from the outside in. So this is Kydex. Got a tech lock belt attachment and all the different holes and stuff that you can put loop-de-loops through, or move the tech lock around to the other side if you want. And it holds the knife securely because it's molded plastic around the knife. That was the Colonial. The Emerson, we got a nylon sheath. Added advantage here. Got a pouch, put stuff in. It's Velcro. You got a belt loop here, so it's going to dangle a little bit more on your belt. Now, this has a Velcro retention strap. So we'll undo that. Now this has Kydex on the inside of this Velcro. You can feel it all the way down to there. So if I pulled hard enough, I could probably take the Kydex out of the sheath, but doesn't feel like it has any retention holes or anything like the Colonial. So it's meant to fit in there, I suppose. I don't even know if you can drill any. I think it's just meant to fit right around the knife, and you carry it in the nylon. So that is that. So let's pop out the blades from the sheath. We'll do this one first, since it's already in my hand. Enough sheath talk. Both functional, just different. So we got a nice kind of spear point. I guess you could call it a drop point blade. Call it what you want. I don't really care. We got an excellent ergonomic handle grip, because this is an Emerson made knife. They're just great. Emerson ergonomics are best in the biz. This has the signature Emerson chisel edge. So you see the edge glistening on this side of the knife. No edge on this side, but it is ground on that primary bevel. It's not a full chisel grind, just a chisel edge. And we got this predominant finger guard here. You're definitely not sliding up on the edge cutting tasks of this knife. We got a rough texture, grippy G10 handle. Whoa! Watch out, guys. Watch out. So this knife is not slipping and sliding. Got an excellent jimped thumb ramp here. Get purchase like that when you're carving, you're poking, whatever you want to do. This is 3/16 of an inch thick, really all the way to that tip right there. So this is a thick boy for this thick boy. Great knife. Just about 5 inches in blade length for this. Lanyard loop, whole thing here at the end on that extended tang. So it is a full tang knife. You can see there's tang, there's tang, everywhere's a tang on the Emerson Government Mule. So let's pop out Colonial. We got a nice wide blade here. This is a bigger knife than the Emerson. This is a 6-inch blade. So you got an extra inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. I think the Emerson is technically like 4.8 something, but let's call it 5. Let's round up, because I don't know. I've measured it a bit different. My tenths of an inch eyeballing aren't so great. Now this is 3/16 of an inch thick as well, but just to here. You can see this tapers off down to the tip. You got this big old swedge for like half of the blade. You can see. Now this is more, typical, ground on both sides with an edge on both sides. Also, a black G10 handle. However, this one is highly polished. It doesn't have that rough, grippy texture. Now, you can take the polish off if you want, but it's fine how it is. Also, this does not have a huge predominant finger guard, so there is always that chance that that finger will slip up on there. But if you're a skilled knife enthusiast, you're gonna know what you're doing. Hopefully, pay attention to what you're doing anyway, and not let your finger slip up there. Now we do have a thumb ramp here as well. However, there is no jimping. It's just smooth, and that's okay. It's not really required to have that ramp. And your thumb really stops here on the ramp on this Emerson, whereas the Colonial, you can get way up there, push down for some finer type of carving tasks if you are so inclined. So let's stand them up here next to each other. As I said, about an inch bigger with the Colonial. More cutting edge because on the Colonial, because we do have this huge flat ricasso area here that's part of this finger guard. So the cutting edge is really, look how much more you have on the Colonial, if that matters to you. This is just a comparison. It's not to say which knife is better. It's all about preference. But that about does it for the comparison. Hopefully you enjoyed checking these knives out. Both American-made greatness from two well-established American knife companies. Take it easy, folks. We'll see you on the next video. Hope you have a great one.